What if I told you that Amazon just released a feature that could instantly increase your average order value without touching your price, your ads, or your keywords? It's called A Plus Shoppable Collections, and it's one of the easiest ways to turn browsers into multi-item buyers. After working with more than 2,500 brands, I can tell you that the sellers who get in early will make more money with the exact same traffic. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what A Plus shoppable collections are and how they work, the key differences between this and your existing brand story, the 6 new module types that unlock higher conversions, and how to build collections that actually sell. If you skip this, you'll keep fighting for single item orders while your competitors start quietly doubling their cart value. This isn't just a design update, it is a profit upgrade. Let's be honest, the traditional brand story was an improvement, but it was really more about looking good than driving sales. It let you showcase your brand, tell a bit about your story, and maybe highlight a few products in your catalog. But that's kind of where it stopped. There were very limited pathways for brands to be able to take customers from "that looks nice" to "I'm adding this to my cart." It really has been more like a billboard than a sales engine. And on a platform where attention is shrinking and ad costs are rising, every inch of your listing needs to earn its keep. That's exactly what A Plus shoppable collections are designed to do. They turn your brand story from a passive brand moment into a conversion tool that drives measurable results. Ultimately, it's the difference between branding for show and branding for sales. So, what actually makes shoppable collections different from your standard tried and true brand story? So, shoppable collections are an upgraded version of your brand story, sort of like premium A plus content versus standard A plus content. That means that if you choose to use shoppable collections, then that will replace the brand story that you already have on your product page. But what actually makes shoppable collections different from your old brand story? In short, everything that market research tells us will convert customers. Old A Plus was like a digital brochure, static images, informational text, pretty but not persuasive. There's only one module type in a standard brand story that is clickable and has the potential to instantly drive sales. And even that module is really limited in how it can be utilized to showcase your products and your brand. Shoppable collections flips that completely. They're dynamic, customizable, and designed to drive sales. So with a traditional brand story, you have static images. With shoppable A plus content, you get video and high impact imagery. Standard brand story is really more informational driven content, whereas shoppable collections are directly shoppable modules. A plus shoppable collections are also mobile first, scroll optimized, gives you more module types, but the one downside is that you get fewer total modules that you can upload. Your standard brand story was much more passive, whereas shoppable collections are interactive, engaging, and clickable. That means that instead of just building a brand page that looks good, you can now build one that sells multiple products from a single view. With shoppable collections, Amazon just turned your brand story into a sales engine. Now, here's where things get really exciting and where most sellers will miss out on the opportunity. Shoppable collections give you 6 flexible module types to build custom clickable stories. You may notice that a lot of these are adopting best practices from top performing D2C sites and integrating them directly into your Amazon sales page. So these are the 6 module types. We have best sellers. This is the module that automatically populates with your top selling ASINs. Use it when you want quick social proof and to highlight what customers already love. Highly rated curates your highest rated products. Use it when you want to anchor trust and leverage star power. Custom collections allows you to build your own themed bundles of products to display. So this could be coffee essentials or your complete skincare routine. Obviously, this is going to be highly influenced by your product catalog and how products might complement each other in unique ways. Then we have single product. So this focuses attention on one hero item. This is great for if you really want to highlight your flagship item, drive attention to a new launch, or know that this is just a tried and true product that everybody loves or will recognize. Then you have image with optional text. This combines visuals with short copy for context. Use it when you want to connect education with emotion before a click. This is also great to still maintain a little bit of storytelling in your A+ shoppable collections, or to give some additional necessary information about your product or brand that might be important for customers to know and understand. And last but certainly not least, we have video with optional text. This adds motion to be able to demonstrate your product in action in a lifestyle environment. Use it when you want to engage on mobile, show transformation in action, or demonstrate your product or products in a visually compelling way. One really important thing to keep in mind is that you can add up to 10 modules in a shoppable collection. So that means that strategy really matters here because your real estate is shrinking somewhat in terms of how many modules you can upload. You may be quick to see this as a downgrade from the Brand Stories 19 maximum module option, but more modules aren't always better. More sales, however. So how do you combine these modules to create shoppable collections that drive sales? This isn't about arranging pretty tiles. This is about strategic merchandising. When you build your collections, sure, you need them to visually look good, but you need to present everything in a specific order and way that is truly going to drive maximum amount of sales possible. That's why it's really worthwhile to start with the question, how does each product fit into the bigger picture of your catalog as a whole? Because the power of shoppable collections isn't just being able to create more items to click on in your brand story. It's showing the relationships between them. Here's how to approach it. 1, create product ecosystems. Group items that naturally belong together, the ones that customers use side by side. So if you sell coffee gear, for example, it might be coffee storage container, grinder, brewer, and mug. That's not just a product list, that's a lifestyle. That is a grouping of products that all enhance each other and work together, that helps create that connection between the individual item that a customer is looking at on that particular product page and opening up the possibilities to other items that they may not have considered purchasing, but now are interested in buying from you. Number 2, connect hero to halo. So start with your best seller, that magnet that's pulling traffic in. Then surround it with accessories or complements that lift your order value. Help shoppers upgrade from a single item to a complete setup within one single product page. And 3, showcase crowd favorites. Leverage the best sellers and or highly rated modules as built-in trust signals. They not only reassure hesitant shoppers, they also convert curiosity into clicks. When curating your catalog for shoppable collections, you don't want it to just be a pile of products. You really need to curate it into a collection that tells a story about how your customer lives. Amazon didn't create shoppable collections just to make your product pages prettier. When you win more sales, they win. Sellers who master this now won't just have better looking, more dynamic pages. They'll tap into an upgraded engine to be able to power past the competition. You can't just keyword your way to higher profits. You have to design for discovery. Even though shoppable collections is an upgrade, the foundations of what makes a good brand story remain the same. same, which is why I've put together a free Amazon brand story workbook that you can use to really tap into the minds of your customers and drive maximum conversion potential. You can find that in the link below. So I highly suggest that you download that to really upgrade your listing, not just with shoppable collections, but to speak directly into the psychology of your eager waiting customers. Shoppable collections are the easiest way to turn your brand story into a more powerful sales engine. But here's the thing, if your foundation isn't solid, even the best new features will not perform. So before you start building, you need to make sure that your brand story is not secretly costing you sales. In my next video, I break down the #1 mistake that I still see businesses make and how to fix it fast. Better see you over there, because once you fix this, everything else starts working better. I'll see you over there. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching.